So thanks everybody for sticking in with me. I apologize for the noise in the last one when I was answering Nadja's question. That was my 15-month-old Kelpie who decided to bring her toys into my office while I was recording these. And there's a reason why we call her the Spasmanian Devil, and I'm sure those of you who have Border Collies and who have Kelpies can totally understand. So I apologize if that was a little distracting. I was not abusing her. She was playing with her big mean kitty. So next question is from Julie Dawson. She actually has two parts to her question. The first one is, what are the best exercises and warm-up routine to keep my agility Dalmatian in top shape? That's a little difficult to answer because I tend to make those conditioning and warm-up exercises a little bit more specific to the individual. But the general rule of thumb is I don't do any stretching ahead of time. I do an active warm-up. And so you get them out and just do, and don't make your warm-up training. Your warm-up is warm-up. Your warm-up is not training. So you get them out, you run them around a little bit, you do some figure eights, you throw a ball as long as they're not too crazy about it. You maybe pop them over a couple of jumps if you have some warm-up jumps. And then if the dog is jumping everything perfect, you're done. You don't need to do any more. That's not a training time, it's a warm-up time. Training is done. I mean, I compete my dog in sheep herding, and from a competitive aspect, I ride my horse and I've done 3-day eventing. And I can't tell you, when I go to agility trials, when I go to eventing trials as a horse rider myself, how many times I see people that are not warming their horse up, they're training their horse. And I see the same thing at the agility trials and at flyball and everything. So make sure that you keep that in your mind. Your training is done. You are there, have a set goal, but what you want to get accomplished when you're in the ring. But your goal when you're there is you're there to warm your dog up. So you can do some passive range of motion exercises beforehand. That's not stretch. That's just picking the paw up and running it in a bicycle, all 4 paws. I actually will kind of wiggle them a little bit, get my hands there, and I'll put on either side of the rib cage, and I'll actually go ahead and kind of get the whole back kind of moving and be a little bit more flexible. So that's some of the things that I'll do. And any other specific exercises and warm up, we'll have it based on that particular animal and what I know that animal's weaknesses are and what their strengths are and things that we need to deal with when the dog is in competition. But that's what I tend to do for that. Second question from Julie is, I have a dog who sucks on the last 5 inches of her tail. I've ruled out stress and anxiety. She has done it in an open crate at night and had the option to sleep in bed with me. Possible neuropathy. She would do it every day unless I spray it with bitter spray. That's tough for me to answer. It's hard to say whether you have a neuropathy or not. I'm not sure if it's even a Dalmatian or the same type of dog. But, it does make you wonder whether she's feeling something. It also could be a learned habit, and those can be a little tough to break. I'd say if it's a possible neuropathy, the way to start with that would be to maybe find a chiropractor and start by having your dog adjusted. Okay, and that's the best I can do to answer that question.